Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a donut shop. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Make it to the very end of the video to see where we place the store in our city. This is the amount of space required to make the donut shop. Here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Begin by placing 4 pink concrete in a row on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend 1 block backwards, and then 2 blocks to the right. 1, 2. Place an oak plank, 3 pink concrete extending right. 1, 2, 3. Extend 1 block forwards, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3. Then extend 7 blocks backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then extend all the way across the back of the build and connect all the way to the front of the build. Next, we are going to fill the entire shape that we have just made in using oak planks. This will be the floor. Next, place an oak door on top of the only oak plank in this row at the front of the build. We then want to place a row of smooth quartz block in front of the door and left and right. Then we are able to place smooth quartz stairs all the way around the quartz that we have just placed. We then want to place pink concrete surrounding the door that we have made. And then on the left and right side, place 2 glass block equaling the height of the door, and then we can place pink concrete extending around this and joining down. We can even extend the pink concrete forwards as well to fit along the frame. And then in these 2 empty spaces here, we want to place a 2x2 square of glass pane. These will form the front windows. And we are then able to place pink concrete surrounding these. So this is window 1. And all the way over here on the left as well, we want to have a 2x2 square of glass surrounded by pink concrete. And that will be window number 2. So we actually want to increase the size of this wall by 1, just like this. So this is the height of the donut shop pretty much all the way around the entire store, which we are going to extend backwards along the right side of the build, and also backwards along the left side of the build as well. This just leaves the back wall, which is really easy to make as we just have a series of windows. So, starting on the left side here, we are going to mark out 2 glass pane extending right, 1, 2, then a pink concrete, glass pane, pink concrete, glass pane, pink concrete, glass pane, pink concrete, and then you can either have a window, but we have to make it out of glass block, or you can leave it blank. I'm going to have a window, and what we want to do next is raise up the pink concrete, extend a row of pink concrete across the top of that, and then smooth out the top of this wall using pink concrete, and then simply extend the glass up to meet the row of pink concrete. I just find it easier to place glass pane inside of an area rather than by itself. It's tricky otherwise. Next, fill the entire roof in using smooth stone. Next, we have to raise up the front of the store to accommodate a giant sign. So come over to the upper left hand corner here, place 3 1, 2, 3 pink concrete on top of this corner, and then extend all the way across to the opposite corner here like this, and fill in the rows. Just like so. Next, I'm going to add a couple of rows of pink concrete just above the door here to smooth things out. A row of smooth quartz slabs across the top of the area that we've just smoothed out. Lanterns either side of the door. You could also opt for a bell as well, so instead of one of the lanterns, a bell. Underneath the front pair of windows, place grass block surrounded by cherry trapdoors. Azure bluettes on top of the grass block. Iron trapdoors above the windows with a mixture of pink and white carpet on top. Next, we have a sign to make, the first part of which is a giant donut. So come all the way up to the top left hand corner of the build and place a sideways facing cherry stairs. Right of that, an upside down birch stairs. On top of that, a cherry slab. Extend right, place an upside down birch stairs underneath the slab, and on the right side of this, a cherry stair. Then, birch plank underneath each one of the cherry stair, and place an upside down birch stairs underneath each one of those planks. Then, place a pair of stairs inside of the upside down stairs, and finally, birch slabs underneath those two middle blocks, and there we have a donut. Leaving a gap of 1 from the center of the donut on the right side, place a white concrete, and extend it to the right by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a row underneath. Perfect. Next, we are going to write donuts inside of that sign. To do that, we need to throw down a loop, open it up, place a white banner in there with some black dye. First of all, we have to make the letter D. That's the pale sinister pattern. Put white dye in there, apply the lozenge pattern, throw white dye out and black dye back in. Chief, base, pale Dexter. Grab that, put that in the inventory. Next, we have to make O. So, pale Dexter, pale sinister, chief, base. Next is N. Pale Dexter, pale sinister, vent. Next is U. Pale Dexter, pale sinister, base. Next is T. So we have pale, chief. Last but not least is S, so we have chief, base, vent, donuts. So all we have to do is place these in order in front of our white concrete area. D-O-N-U-T-S. Donuts. Now a bit of landscaping before we head inside. Remove the area in front of the stairs and replace it with smooth stone. Then, dig out the first row of the grid on the left, replace it with smooth stone, and the first row on the right and replace it with smooth stone. Next, place oak leaves along the right, back, and left side of the donut shop, extending just one row forwards to equal the height or the length or the area, whichever one of those makes sense, of these plant parts. And then we are simply just going to remove the rest of the grass and the grid in the front of the donut store and replace it with lime terracotta. With the entire outside of the store made, we can now head inside and work on the interior. First of all, we are going to focus on the left side of the store where all of the action is. Place 2 white concrete in the back corner here, and on top of one, place a brewing stand, and on top of the other, a flower pot. Above the brewing stand, a lever, and right of it, a tripwire hook. Place 3 white concrete, 1, 2, 3, left of the lever. Underneath this, on the ground, place a smoker, blast furnace, and a regular furnace. Then, 1 by 1 paintings in front of each one of those 3 white concretes. We then want to place a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 white concrete extending right of this row of pink concrete. It just leaves a gap in front of everything that we have just made. And on top of our white concrete, we will place a cake, a bunch of item frames, pumpkin pie inside one of the item frames, a biscuit inside the other, and sunflowers are the only item that I would argue kind of look like donuts. If you have another suggestion, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Originally, I was going to dig in front of this counter space, place sea lanterns in there, upside down smooth quartz on top, and then extend a row of glass pane in front of this, which I do think looks good, with a row of pink carpet in front of that, but I do also think that there is a certain charm in just placing a row of pink carpet in front of this as well. More of a personal choice really. I think I'm actually going to leave it like this, but do whichever you prefer. Turning our attention onto the opposite side of the store, we are going to place 2 end rods in the back corner of the opposite side of the store with pink carpet on top of the end rods and smooth quartz stair facing the end rods. Pink glazed terracotta behind those, oak leaves on top, and then end rods against this with pink carpet on top of the end rods and smooth quartz stair behind the end rods. We are then going to place an identical set of seating minus the plant 1 row away. So next, leaving a gap of 1, we are going to place a single smooth quartz stair, a single end rod, 1 pink carpet on top. I actually don't know whether I like the idea of having a plant here, because then we can't actually get to our tables very easily, but I do kind of like the idea that it fills this place up a little bit more, with a smooth quartz stair in front of that, an end rod in front of that, and a carpet on top of that. It makes the area look a little bit more fuller, and I think that some paintings above the chairs with maybe even a lantern would look good as well. That was a mistake. There we go. And above the door here we can even place a bell. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the tutorial, 100% fully complete. However, this video is not done. We must now take our donut store and add it into our city. There are a multitude of places that the donut store could go. It could fit so easily into many different spaces in the city. But I am going to place it in the modern suburbs because I've just really been enjoying developing it recently, and I think it's coming along nicely. And that's it. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you are looking for more things to build in your cities, look no further than the Mini City Builds playlist down below in the description. I dare say that we have finally reached 70 tutorials in that playlist, which is a huge milestone. Once again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.